चललदे रहसे Champions League एक हाथ गैस में हैंगुमन किक पे जावे नरमने भागी दुलने भीदी दसते गोल एक गन्नाई सिट सरसने समरोक बिन्ने साथ देने One heart, one game, one heart, Champions League. This is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are the champions. Under the Champions League में अरमने One game, one heart, Champions League सागनाई अरमने दिल्ली देने जायगाने एक सीने डबियाने One game, one heart, Champions League where dreams take part. Raise your flags, feel the art. One game, one heart.
Sri Lanka Football Champions League, powered by TV Supreme.
Good evening and welcome to the picturesque Racecourse Stadium here in Colombo, as we have yet another Super 8 round game. It's week 1 and the third match of this week. Serendib Sports Club are taking on St. Mary's Sports Club. A massive clash coming up in a moment's time here at the Racecourse. Sun beating down here at the picturesque Racecourse Stadium as we take a look at the weather forecast for this game. Mostly cloudy, but surely the rains will stay away, as quite hot and humid conditions here in Colombo. A humidity of 66% and a steady breeze blowing across the Racecourse Stadium here. You can watch all the live action on Sri Lanka Football Facebook and YouTube page. Only allowed in Sri Lanka, and telestial you can watch on Supreme TV, and worldwide you can watch on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.com. The cup segment started off last evening in this Super 8 round, where Pelican Sports Club took on Javelin Sports Club, and they had to share the points 1-1. And then later last night it was Saunders Sports Club who came from behind and beat the Sri Lanka Police quite convincingly 4 goals to 1 here at the Racecourse. A couple of games more left on this week number 1 of the Super 8 round of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League. And first up, it's Serendib Sports Club taking on St. Mary's Sports Club. And later on tonight, we have New Star Sports Club taking on Solid Sports Club. This is how the points table did carry out in that initial round of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League 2025-2026 season. This is Group A, where Solid Sports Club, without being untouched, they have been undefeated throughout this campaign. They finished on 14 points. New Star Sports Club, just a one solitary loss for them, but they too share the points quite equally with Serendip Sports Club, 13 points each. In Java Lane, just edging out Crystal Palace to register themselves in this all-important Super 8 round, where they finished on 8 points. Crystal Palace, Nigamba Youth and SLTB will be battling out in the plate segment in a week's time. As we welcome the two teams out on this hot Saturday evening, it's Serendip Sports Club taking on St. Mary's Sports Club. And we are now moments away from kickoff. And we are well and surely in for a very interesting game of football here at the Colombo Racecourse. Two teams heading out. Serendip Sports Club, captained by Vignesh Vijayakumar, and St. Mary's Sports Club, the lads are from the north, captained by midfielder M. Nitharshan. Both teams just sharing a pre-match handshake as we are in for a very interesting 90 minutes of football between these two sides. Serendip taking on St. Mary's. St. Mary's had to do it the hard way. They had to wait till that final game to register themselves in this Super 8 round. And did they do it in quite emphatic fashion? They needed one solitary point in that final group game, and they did produce a massive result against the Pelican Sports Club, who did finish right at the top in that first round of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League. And your match officials for this evening: Sashanka Madhushanka with the main whistle. He's assisted by Chatura Madhuranga and Malika Madhushani. Fourth official Asif Askar. Skippers and the match officials posing for one final time. Officials for this game will have a big responsibility in big games like this. Hot afternoon here in Colombo. As we take a look at the starting lineup for Serendib Sports Club, head coach M. Murshid has started his 11 in this way: Sutarkan Royson, Rishad Umar, Mohammad Rahman, skipper Vignesh Vijayakumar, Mohammad Sarfan, Mohammad Farhan, Vijayakumar Abhishan, and experienced Mohammad Lutfi in goal for Serendib Sports Club. Fempong Yo and Odum Enoch and Charles Puabena will form the 11 for Serendib Sports Club. And St. Mary's Sports Club, who breaks out for one final time, head coach by Ratnan Trusmin. He has named his 11 this way: I Mithusan, M Prem Kumar, skipper M Nitarshan, J Jerinson, S Matavitanan, and in goal for St. Mary's Sports Club, S Arini Khan. And plenty of star-studded names in that attacking line, we could say, for St. Mary's Sports Club. The likes of John Lavani, Prince Clifford will really try to make a difference against
3, 2, 1.
And it's a kick-off here in Colombo. St. Mary's take on Serendib Sports Club. And it's St. Mary's who kick things off here from left to right on your screens. Massive game to start off this Super 8 round for both these two teams. St. Mary's now almost getting the end of that attack, but good signs of early attack from the lads from the north, as Mohammad Lutfi already has his contribution quite early on in this game. He'll be one man who St. Mary's will want to beat, because he's been rock solid in the back for Serendib Sports Club. Once again, Lavani, who's been one of the standout players for St. Mary's in that first round of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League. Twisting and turning is Serendib Sports Club attacker. For the time being, St. Mary's have negotiated that well in the back. And an early shout, but nothing from referee Madhu Shankar. Probably just a slight nudge from the back. Won't be enough to win that penalty, but nevertheless, it's been a good start to this game. Losing position on the occasion was Lavani for St. Mary's Sports Club, who Serendib now from outside the box tried to get a shot out. On that occasion, it was Abhishan, who's paired up with Frimpong Yo in the front. Those two men will be quite the headache for the St. Mary's defense. Likes of Mithu-san will have plenty of work cut out. Okay, Metabo as well has been brilliant for the lads from the north. Once again, that cross at Lavani, who just couldn't get a good head out of that, but nevertheless, early signs in this game. I think we could fair to say that it will be end-to-end football between these two sides. Both teams trying to settle into this big occasion. It's not like the earlier weeks they played. The Super 8 round will be quite evenly contested between all the sides. It's the first week of the Super 8 round. Plenty of action. Will be on course for the next month or so. St. Mary's going right to the back. Once again winning back position. Lavani down this right wing. Plays that through ball, but Mohammad Lutfi was alerted and he came out in quick time. Get to the end of that through ball, and in the process he's got a knock on his head as well. Referee Madhushankar having a word with Prem Kumar. Now once again down this right wing, Lavani. A touch probably a tad bit heavy. But only for the time being, Serendib Sports Club have conceded a corner. And St. Mary's will get their first corner of the game. John Lavani with the corner kick duties for St. Mary's. And almost finding a teammate at the end of that set piece. And in quick time, Serendib shifted from defense to attack. Once again, good in the back. St. Mary's, led by a very experienced player, OK Metabo. He's been quite calm and composed in the back for the lads from North. Once again, St. Mary's just losing position in the middle of the park. Now John Lavani from quite far out, probably saw Mohammad Lutfi off his lines, but a shot with not much of power. Was quite regulation for the experienced Lutfi in goal for Serendib Sports Club. Now once again Lavani, he's been in the pick of things early on in this game. His attempted cross straight at Lutfi, who makes no mistake. Gets that ball out soon, but the ball has been intercepted. St. Mary's now with a shot, but once again Lutfi makes no mistake. And St. Mary's could have done better after intercepting that ball in the red zone of Serendib Sports Club. And to take you through the next 90 minutes, I have Nawod with me in the comm box. A very good evening to you, Nawod.
Good evening, Reshwan. Yes, an enterprising start for St. Mary's. Putting the pressure straight at Mohammad Murshid's men. Serendib coming off a thrilling draw where they were leading 2-0 against Saunders in their last group game. And Saunders equalizing 3-all in the 90+4th minute. Well, for St. Mary's too, they are coming also off a draw, a 1-all draw, in which they had to get at least 1 point to make it into the Super 8 stage. They did so. So if you look at it, the momentum would be slightly in favor of St. Mary's. They're looking to take an advantage in this early going. Serendib in their pink jersey and black shorts on a very hot and humid Saturday afternoon here in Colombo. First real foray into the opposition half. St. Mary's ball in, headed across, cleared away. Frimpong Yao, the man with the delivery. St. Mary's would be boosted by the fact that their regular custodian, Sanikan, has returned from international duties. He was with the Sri Lanka futsal team back in Thailand for a couple of weeks. Serendib looks a depleted squad if you look at the substitute bench. Just 7 on the bench. But all eyes would be on the likes of Vignesh Vijayakumar, the skipper, Mohammad Rahman, Vijayakumar Bishan, the brother of Vignesh, who has been in good goal scoring form. And the 3 foreign players in Frimpong Yao, Oda Minok and Shaz Kouabena. Okay, Metabo heads it out for St. Mary's. Sudhakar Royson.
John Lavani now doing work in the back as well. He's been one of those players for St. Mary's who they have depended on a lot. And in the process, St. Mary's winning a free kick. A foul on Prince Clifford by Frimpong Yao.
Couple of deflections. St. Mary is able to clear. Good work done by Vijay Ismadivadan rather. Kept his eye on the ball. Serendib takes the corner shot. Frimpong Yao to the far post. Odaminok cuts back in. Vignesh. The threat is there.
Acrobatic effort from the Serendib Sports Club forward Abhishan. Good signs of early attack from Serendib. Let's take another look. Just couldn't keep it on target. St. Mary's begin from the back. Almost a massive error in the back for Serendib. And that was between the two defenders. And it was Mohammad Rahman who just couldn't punish this Serendib defense. Rather, it was Prem Kumar from St. Mary's. It's now Serendib. And in the other end, it was Mohammad Rahman who got that shot on target, but straight at the St. Mary's goalkeeper. It was a good ball being played by Frimpong Yao.
Almost sneaking under Anikan on that occasion. Two big chances on either end for both St. Mary's and Serendib respectively.
Indeed, it's been end-to-end in this opening 16 and a half minutes. Both teams has had fair bit of chances, but not clear-cut opportunities, we could say.
J. Jerinson taken out.
Free kick from St. Mary's. Lutfi once again comes out and gets the better of Prince Clifford, who's been booked for a second offence on Mohammad Lutfi, who's done some damage in the process, as both set of medical teams will have their work cut out. So Prince Clifford, rather than getting the ball, getting Mohammad Lutfi. In the process, referee Madhu Shankar giving a yellow card for Prince Clifford. Back on his feet is Mohammad Lutfi, who's been an important player for Serendib Sports Club between the sticks. Enoch. Back with him. Serendib trying to keep hold of position here. Good ball being played, but manhandled well by St. Mary's defender. But throw in favor of Serendib, taken quickly. Now once again Prem Kumar plays that ball well to Jarinson down that left wing. And that will be a corner for St. Mary's coming up.
Skipper Nidarshan to take this corner. The wind is towards the goal. Good delivery. Headed out. Here's the opportunity going over for Prince Clifford. On the edge of the box. Ball was always rising against Lutfi.
Clifford will be kicking himself, not being able to find the target. Once again, St. Mary's, the previous game where they played out a solitary draw against Pelican Sports Club. They had opportunities coming their way, but just couldn't take them. And now once again, St. Mary's down this left wing. Twisting his way around, gets that cross in, and that's a free kick, probably from 20 yards out. St. Mary's will look to try and do something good from this set piece.
There shouldn't be any complaints on that decision from Frimpong. Good that Nidarshan have been shifted back to his usual central midfield position. They did that against Pelicans in their last match. Your experienced players playing in their usual positions, especially a player like Nidarshan. Definitely not at centre back. A 5-player conference for St. Mary's as to who would take this. Okay, Metabor has left that conference. Now it's up to just two. Prince Clifford and John Lavani. It will be Clifford who takes this. A fantastic save from Lutfi. Palming that ball over the crossbar. Ball was definitely heading into the top right corner.
Did a brilliant save and a good set piece as well from Clifford. All round good football. And I think Lutfi has been the difference between these two sides this evening. Made a massive save once again for Serendib Sports Club. And that save was one for the photographers. John Lavani now with the corner kick duties for St Mary's Sports Club. Doesn't manage to be the first defender. This is now once again St Mary's though. Still threatening in attack. John Lavani down this right wing. He's been tackled. And challenges coming left, right and centre. Serendib now once again losing position. Playing quite a high defensive line now. St Mary's. Okay, Metabo's attempt of that through a long ball has failed. Throw in taken quickly for Serendib. Looking to shift from defense to attack. Skipper doing really well. Vijay Kumar, who will play a pivotal role for the lads in pink this evening, as John Lavani now for St Mary's gets that ball out, but once again straight at the defender, who puts it out for a corner.
Once again, St Mary's threatening on this right hand. Wonderfully weighted ball from Clifford to Lavani. Mary's needs to put some men at the near post. On the other end is Serendib now. Rahman turning. Anikan. Ball deflects towards Lutfi, who takes it short. Oda Minok.
Minutes gone by. It's quite hot and humid out there. Surprising to see not a cooling break. But the play continues. We had some stoppages. As referee Madhushankar asking the throw-in player to take it from the right spot. Royson. Once again, a nothing pass from Lavani. Lutfi gives it out quickly. Once again, losing position. St. Mary's in the middle of the park, but thankfully Serendib as well, not so much alerted to that.
Frimpong Yao looking for options. Still looking. Finally sees Rahman, but his pass is intercepted by Prince Clifford. Frimpong Yao not happy, rightfully so. Here's a brilliant ball towards John Lavani. Edge of the box, puts in a cross in at the near post. Rishad Umar set the ball out for corner. Delivery from Nidarshan. Out for a goal kick. Once again, not taking full advantage of these opportunities is lads from Jaffna.
Okay, that's how things went around in the final game as well. Now they just couldn't find that winner. Thankfully for them, a draw was enough to find themselves in this Super 8 round. But surely coach Ratnam would have had his drawing books on how important that these chances have to be finished. And in the process, down that left flank, St. Mary's have won themselves a free kick.
Nidarshan. Delivery towards the far post, header. Comfortable collection for Lutfi in the end. Lavani was the man. As St. Mary's now making a tactical substitution, looking to bring on Tanjuma Gumbari, their fourth foreign player onto the field, replacing Jay Jerinson on that left. They need some threat. They are bringing in Tanjuma Gumbari.
Coach Ratnam going for quite an early change. And a free kick straight at goal from quite far out. This will be important for St. Mary's. They made an early change experienced foreign player for St. Mary's, Gumbari. Will pair up with John Lavani up front. Lavani has hit the target on a couple of occasions, but just not able to breach Mohammad Lutfi in goal for Serendib Sports Club. Now once again Serendib winning a throw in. Corner kick for Serendib, taking their time. Plenty of pink shirts in that penalty area. From Pingyo, who whips this from his left foot and almost on keeping it on target. Would have found the back of the net. Enoch doing so well to get to the end of that header, but just was unable to get it on target. As we head into the final 10 minutes of this first half, I think we have seen quite an interesting game here. So now once again Lutfi, comfortable collection, almost misread that bounce.
That was a brilliant delivery from that earlier corner from Frimpong Yao. Should have been the first for Serendib. At least should have been on target from Odominok. Wasn't pressured that much.
Not the best first touches coming in from the St. Mary's player, Matti Vatanen. The touch that was just too heavy. An error, we could say, for St. Mary's. As a set piece coming up for Serendib Sports Club. Once again, plenty of pink shirts approaching that penalty area. Unable to be the first defender. As now Gumbari, probably his first touches in this game. Trying to find his partner. There's almost a brain fade moment from St. Mary's in the back. But no nonsense defensive coming in from Mithusan, who puts it out for a throw in. Now Lavani having support right there, but a handball infringement against Serendib Sports Club. Lavani had Prince Clifford down this right flank, but opted to go for that throw, that cross to that penalty area, but wins a free kick because of that handball incident.
From Darshan towards the far post. Threat is still there. Hoiked over and out for a goal kick.
That's not good defending work for St. Mary's. He has to clear well. It hasn't come to bite them, but now St. Mary's now with yet another error from the defensive line. Almost shifted play for Serendib Sports Club. Once again. Now Serendib had a couple of options in the middle, but good work coming in from the St. Mary's defense. But I think they have themselves to blame being in that situation.
Rahman all into the box. Midunson clears it away, but the threat is still there from Serendib. Toe poked over Bishan and out for throw in. John Lavani on the right. Good defending. Good work from Rishad Umar. Getting a foul out of it. Darshan. Hopeful ball. Goes out. Heading into the final minute of the first 45. Here's Rahman on the left. A weak connection. Nothing much to talk about the two teams in this first 45 minutes, apart from a couple of opportunities. Which happened a minute apart. Nothing exciting.
Indeed, a couple of minutes added on to wrap this first half.
Here's Prem Kumar. Cuts back in. Going across the face of the goal. Leaves it to Nidarshan. Good ball. And Prince Clifford unable to get on the end of it. And Lutfi, after it took a deflection of Oda Minok, unable to keep that ball in. And a corner for the lads from Jaffna. Okay, Metabo unable to keep that ball on target. Shot in frustration from the St. Mary's skipper, Maridas Nidarshan.
That's it for the first half here. As the referee Madhushankar, the whistles for the break, and nothing to separate the two sides. Both sides have had their fair bit of chances. Sure, an exciting second half will follow. But both teams have lacked clinical up front. So massive second 45 coming up. As both set of players head into the dressing rooms. Hot and humid conditions here in Colombo as you see the halftime score confirmation. Serendib 0, St. Mary's 0. Both teams yet to break the deadlock. It's 0-0 at halftime. Both teams had some fair bit of chances. This was an acrobatic effort from Serendib Sports Club. Then almost an error in the back gave St. Mary's the lead, but just couldn't capitalize on it. This was a shot on target from Prem Kumar. Then chances did go down. This was Prince Clifford's free kick, where Lutfi had to make an important save. Lutfi has been the difference between the two sides, and who have kept Serendib in the game with a couple of key saves. It's both teams going into lemons with no goals to speak of. We'll be back with the second half action on the other side.
Final man.
Champions League एक हाथ गैस में हैंगुमन किक पे जाव नरमने भाग दुलने भीदी दस्ते गोल एक गन्नाई सित सरसने समरोक बिन्ने साथ देने වට කික් එක දෙන්නේ Champions League में අරබෙන්නේ One game, one heart Champions League සටනයි අරබෙන්නේ පිපි දෙන්නේ ජය ගන්නේ එක සීනට අපි යන්නේ One game, one heart Champions League where dreams take part Raise your flags, feel the art Football, one game, one heart One dream, one star One game, one heart Champions League, forever we play The spirit of football Leads the
Sri Lanka Football Champions League. Powered by TV Supreme.
as both teams make way back for an important second 45 minutes. Serendib and St. Mary's Sports Club, who can hold their nerve to try and take away all 3 points in this week number 1 of this Super 8 stage of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League. Will it be the lads in pink or the lads in white who can break the deadlock and draw first blood here? The first 45 minutes just didn't go the attackers' way. And for St. Mary's, the main concern will be how can they breach Mohammad Lutfi in goal for Serendib Sports Club, who's made a massive couple of saves to keep St. Mary's at bay. Serendib will kick things off for the second half. Vijay Kumar Bishan gets things underway here at the Racecourse for the second 45 minutes between Serendib Sports Club and St. Mary's. St. Mary's stretching it out in the back. Okay, Metabo was forced to clear his lines. Ruban Raj striking straight away out. Now once again, Serendib doing well to win yet another throw-in. Mohammad Farhan giving it out to Frempong Yo. And now Abhishan down this right flank. But he's well defended by OK Metabo, who's been really good for St. Mary's in the back. And good timely intervention coming in from the Serendib skipper, Vignesh Vijay Kumar. St. Mary's with the throw in this time around. Enoch clearing his lines. Both these two teams did finish in that top 4 of the initial round of this Sri Lanka Football Champions League. That's why they're finding themselves here in the all-important Super 8 round. There's Vijay Kumar. Plays it to Farhan, who puts a nothing cross to the middle. And talking about how these two teams did go around in that first round, it was Serendib who played 6 games and won 4. Just the one solitary draw and just the one loss in it. They did equal points with New Star. And on the other hand, St. Mary's really had to work hard to finish in that top 4. They were tested throughout all 7 weeks. Their all-important point came against the group leaders, Pelican Sports Club, where they found themselves in this Super 8 stage. Once again, St. Mary's. Lavani almost playing it, but good interception from Charles. Plays it out to Frempong Yo, who plays a brilliant through ball to skipper Vijay Kumar. But once again, good defensive work coming in from Ruban Raj. Now once again, Serendib with a cross, but comfortable collection for Arnikan of St. Mary's, who's the man between the sticks for the lads from the north. And a foul from Charles on his counterpart, Prince Clifford. Good long ball being played to Vijay Kumar. Vijay Kumar down that right flank, gets that cross, but just not able to find a teammate. But there's promising signs from Serendib. We're knocking on the door, and as we speak, knocking on the door, it's Serendib Sports Club who draw first blood and break the deadlock. And that was coming. They were dominating from the word go in this second half, and it's just taken 5 minutes for them to draw first blood. And courtesy from Pengyo, Serendib gets their first goal and will be quite a decisive one. An error from the back created that opportunity for Serendib, and it's 1-0 for the lads in pink. Just what the doctor ordered for Serendib Sports Club. That would have been the talk at Lemons. As Coach Murshid will be a happy man. St. Mary's once again will have to come from behind. That's been the case. John Lavani, long ball being played, and in quick time, the lads from the north, St. Mary's Sports Club, has equalized proceedings. And John Lavani, their playmaker, has managed to pull things back for St. Mary's Sports Club. And probably a minute or so for Serendib Sports Club to have that lead, and haven't St. Mary's responded in quick fashion.
Goal for St. Mary's, jersey number 26, John Lavani.
And John Lavani makes no mistake. He was in the pick of things for St. Mary's Sports Club in that first 45 minutes. And when it really needed for St. Mary's to bounce back, it's their playmaker John Lavani who is holding on to his left hamstring. And even though an equalizing goal for St. Mary's, these are not good signs for the lads from North.
Brilliant build-up from St. Mary's for that equalizer. And once again, mistake at the back, leading to a goal. Miscommunication between the goalkeeper and the defenders. 2 mistakes, 2 goals on either end.
Massive equalizer for St. Mary's Sports Club. After conceding that goal, it just took them a minute or so to equalize proceedings once again. The goal scorer getting some assistance in the touchline. That will be an area of concern for Coach Ratnam, as he'll really want one of his playmakers to continue playing on. It'll be interesting to see how John Labani will get through this. As he's back on the field.
I really don't think John Lavani could continue if this is a hamstring injury. They should not make it worse for Lavani, because there's another 6 match weeks to go in the Super 8 round. This is the first of 7. Okay, Metabo. Puts that ball up front. Free kick for Serendib. Yes, looks like John Lavani's day is over. He goes down.
This could be a massive moment in the game. St. Mary's losing their goal scorer who equalized things here. Still first game of this Super 8 round. St. Mary's wouldn't want to risk this. Try and make that a lot more difficult, as we have a long Super 8 stage coming up. And this will be a massive loss for the lads from the north. After equalizing, John Lavani has been forced to go off, as he's being stretched off the playing field. Always not the best of signs in any game of football. This was how the deadlock was broken, courtesy of Frempegno. Serendib Sports Club thought that they were in the front seat, but that was just a matter of a minute or so, where John Lavani in the other end equalizes things to make it 1-1 here.
Substitution for St. Mary's. Jersey number 26, John Lavani, is replaced by jersey number 11, M. Madison.
A forced change for St. Mary's in the front. As John Lavani will be missed for the lads in white. But now Gumbari partnering up with Prince Clifford. Prem Kumar. And this time Lutfi gets his hand out. Once again makes a massive save, we could say. Deep throw into that penalty area, and almost that tactic going right for St. Mary's. And on that occasion, I think Gumbari will be kicking himself, just falling right in front of him. And he's made an absolute hash of that. There's now Serendib. That will be a big opportunity going down begging for St. Mary's. Clifford. Good passage of play between both sides. Serendib nevertheless winning a throw-in. From Pengyor. Plays that long ball to Prem Kumar. Rather Muhammad Rahman. Once again intercepted in the back, but clearing it right down the middle. From Pengyor, goal scorer for Serendib Sports Club, committing a foul. Slight stoppage in play. Yet another injury concerned player for St. Mary's Sports Club. A decent crowd gathered here at the Racecourse for this evening game of this Super 8 round. First week. Long tournament here. Vanraj getting back on his feet. But he's being assisted by the medical staff, who walks out.
See some fans from abroad having come to enjoy some Champions League football. The Sri Lankan kind, at least. Okay, Metabo to start things off, but straight at the man. Lucky to get out of danger. Here's Prem Kumar. Again, blocked away. They still have the opportunity. Ball towards far post. Gumbari. Again, not the best of deliveries from Gumbari, but foot on the turn from Prince Clifford. Through a maze of players, able to get hold of it was Lutfi. Frimpong Yao. Anikan spills it on the first attempt, but able to gather it. Here's Prem Kumar. Good work in defense from Sudhakar Royson.
Skipper in an offside position. Not helping the cause for Serendib Sports Club up front. Once again now, St. Mary's. Clifford gives it out. A shot from range, straight at Lutfi. He had some obstacles in the front of him, but he makes no mistake with that save. Not much in that shot.
I think even if it had gone in, it would have been called for an offside. The St. Mary's player obstructing the vision of Lutfi. But on the other end, Serendib has a free kick. Frimpong Yao. Balls with it, just 6 yard box. A proper connection. Would have given Serendib that second goal. Vijay Kumar Bishan, the man, has been in very good goal scoring form for the lads from Maunalla. Unable to get a proper side footed connection. Set move. Not going to plan for St. Mary's. Just over 20 minutes plus added time to be played in this game. Lot of football left. Serendib. Looking for a foul. Referee says he took the ball. Here's Prem Kumar on the right. Teasing ball. Umar able to put that ball out for a corner. Header from the corner, not having much power behind it. Brilliant ball to space. Here's Prem Kumar. Brilliant strike from Prem Kumar. Fantastic work from the lads from Jaffna. It looked like the ball went behind him, but what a strike to the top far corner. You can see brilliant to get into space initially from that St. Mary's player on that right, and Prem Kumar with goal of the tournament kind of contender to make it 2-1 for St. Mary's.
Did brilliant work from Prem Kumar. Giving absolutely no chance for Mohammad Lutfi in goal. And mind you, St. Mary's coming from behind, probably making an upset here. No John Lavani, no problem, says Prem Kumar, who finishes a top-notch finish. And as Nawad mentioned, surely will be one of those goals that will be considered for that goal of the tournament award. And once again, St. Mary's.
Was that attack from that right? We saw a lot of those attacks coming in the first half as well. Serendib did not have any answer. Rahman. Serendib into space. To the box, keeps it in. Abhishan. Saved by Anikan. It was Vignesh rather. Vijay Kumar Vignesh. Skipper and the elder brother of Abhishan. Good work once again and good keeping from the returning Anikan. Anikan looks okay to continue. Okay, Metabo with the kick. Headed backwards by the defense. Fouled by Frimpong on Mariadas Darshan. Gumbari. Prince Clifford. Into the box towards the byline. It's that ball towards the far post. An acrobatic effort. Missing it completely. And on the other end, Abhishan. St. Mary's comes back in numbers. Forced to put in a cross. Abhishan out for corner.
This time that header straight at the St. Mary's goalkeeper. Serendib are the ones who are trailing this game. They need to find a winner. Rather, they need to find that equalizer rather. First up is Gumbari. Down this left flank. Gives it out to Clifford. Clifford to that midfielder with ample of space. Goes at goal. Now probably will not win a corner. Serendib really playing more of their football in this red zone. Won't help them.
Metabo finds Ruben Raj on the left, puts in a cross in. Odominok against Gumbari, keeps the ball in. No, he hasn't, says the second assistant referee Malika Madhushani. Into the final 10 minutes. Frimpong. Ball to Abishan. Rahman. Push from behind. Bit more theatrics than it needed to from Madhivadanan. Got the job done nonetheless.
Serendib, they really need to try and show some urgency here. This could be a massive result for the lads from the north. They did concede their first goal, and then it was just a matter of minutes where they equalized courtesy John Lavani. And then 10 to 15 minutes later, it was M. Prem Kumar who gave them the lead for the first time in this game.
Prince Clifford is down, saying there was a elbow to his chest from Frimpong Yao. Nothing much in it. First substitution for Serendib has taken them to the 84th minute to make it.
Jersey number 11, Mohamed Safwan, is replaced by jersey number 4, Mohamed Said.
Yes, Prem Kumar for St. Mary's. And Morrison. Missing out an opportunity. They get a corner. Prem Kumar, the good delivery. Curling too much and landing on top of the roof. The right intention. Maybe a couple of feet in. Would have certainly tested Lutfi and his defense. Frimpong. Oduminok. Darshan comes away with it. The ball up front for Morrison. Lutfi comes out and puts that ball out for a throw-in.
Time really running against the lads in pink. Searching for that equalizer. St. Mary's have been brilliant in the back to keep Serendib quiet since going ahead in this all-important game for them. Should be quite the result for the lads from the north.
Long throw in. Gumbari. Once again, St. Mary's taking no chances, clearing it out. Metabo intercepts. Again, another misplaced pass from Serendib. And here comes St. Mary's. Morrison, the attack, ball in. Prem Kumar with an opportunity with acres of space. Takes a shot this time away from the target. Into the final minute of the 90. We are hearing there'll be 4 minutes of added time minimum. Here's an opportunity inside the box. Missed, but they will have a corner. St. Mary's taking their time.
Minimum
next 4 minutes or so. If Serendib aren't able to find that equalizer, this will be quite the result for St. Mary's. We could say an upset as well, with how things did span out in the previous round.
Definitely so, Reshwan. I think with how St. Mary's qualified to the Super 8s and where Serendib finished in that group stage, definitely so coming into the game. But that final game did show how the momentum had shifted. St. Mary's, yes, they needed a draw. They finally found it. Serendib, after leading 2-0 against Saunders, drew 3-all with almost the last kick of the game. Serendib scoring, Saunders scoring that equalizer. Ball up front. Arnigan collects it. Morrison kills that ball very well. Vignesh against Nidarshan. Vijay Kumar Abhishan getting a yellow card.
Running that clock down, St. Mary's, and they're doing it in really good way here, keeping hold of position. This is a massive, massive result coming St. Mary's way. Gumbari taking his time with this corner. Once again, it's now or never for the lads in pink, but with plenty of white shirts in the back, they managed to negotiate things well. Mohammad Lutfi, even though he's made some key saves in this encounter, he will probably be losing all points here, and not the way Serendip Sports Club would have wanted to start this Super 8 stage, but that's how things have spanned out here. It's St. Mary's who clinched a very famous win here at the Racecourse over Serendip Sports Club. They went down in that 50th minute, but then a minute later it was John Lavani who equalized things for the men on your screens, and then it was M. Prem Kumar who found that winner 15 to 20 minutes later to give St. Mary's a flying start in this Super 8 stage. Massive, massive result for St. Mary's Sports Club here. And well, that pretty much sums up how things went on for Serendip Sports Club here. post-match handshakes between the two sides. We did see a quality game of football here, but a famous win for the lads from the north. And coach Ratnam Jusman can be a very happy man. And his team, coming from behind, have produced a massive result here. And the party will go on till late night for St. Mary's Sports Club as they take the trip, the long trip back to Jaffna. St. Mary's 2, Serendib Sports Club 1 at full time. It's the lads from the north who have a famous win here at the Racecourse. A second half which really had everything. It was Serendib who drew first blood, but then a minute later it was John Lavani who equalized things. And from there on it was pretty tough to stop this St. Mary's outfit, who really did well to defeat this Serendib outfit. Serendib nevertheless coming to this game as favourites have really outdone themselves here. This was that winning goal. Prem Kumar with a brilliant finish, making no mistake and giving St. Mary's that win. Prem Kumar, the trademark number 7 celebration as well. It's St. Mary's who have won this game. Serendib, nevertheless, they were knocking on the door to try and find that equalizer, but things just didn't go their way. What a result for St. Mary's. Their team will be quite elated here. That's your full-time score confirmation. It's St. Mary's 2, Serendib with a famous win here. And those men can really be proud of themselves, of how things have really spanned out. What a game of football we had there. We have plenty of action coming your way tonight as well to wrap this first week of the Super 8 round. Pleasant evening out here in Colombo as St. Mary's faithful will really not forget this outing here in Colombo. A massive win for St. Mary's here. A win where they really had to work hard since that last game of that first round as well. They had to do it the hard way, but they have done it. And congratulations goes out to head coach of St. Mary's, Ratnam Jusman, and his lads who have really put on a show here. What a result here. Can really be happy with how things did span out here. And can take nothing away from Serendib as well. They really fought their way to try and find that equalizing goal, but things just didn't go their way though. They'll have to go back to the drawing books and come back well in the next week or so.
අවසමග දැන් එකතු වෙනවා සෙන්ට් මේරිස් කණ්ඩායමේ ප්‍රධාන පුහුණුකරු රත්නම් ජස්මින් සුපර් 8 රවුන්ඩ් එකට එන්නේ ඉස්සෙල්ල මැච් එක පෙලිකන්ස් එක්ක ඩ්‍රෝ එකක් තමයි අඩු වශයෙන් ගන්න තිබ්බේ බොහොම අමාරුවෙන් තමයි 4th place finish එකක් තමයි ගන්නේ නමුත් ඔයගොල්ලන් දැන් සුපර් 8 රවුන්ඩ් එකේ ෆස්ට්ම මැච් එකේ අනිත් ගෲප් එකේ second place finish කරපු Serendib එක්ක 2-1 win එකක් ලබා ගන්න මොකද හිතන්නේ මේ මොකද්ද තිබ්බ වෙනස කණ්ඩායමේ
actually මම නම් ඉස්සෙල්ලාම සයන්ස් කරන ගෝඩ් මොකද හැමතිස්සෙම එකක් අපි දෙයක් දන්නවා මොකද මම කලින්ත් කිව්වා අපි ප්ලේස් ටික හොඳයි නමුත් අර ෆිනිෂින් සක්සස් අන්සක්සස් එක තමයි අපිට බලපාන්නේ අපි මේ සුපර්සන් එකයි පොලිසියත් එක්කයි මේ ඒ නිසා අපි හිතුවා අනිවාර්යෙන් සුපර් 8 එකට එන්න පුළුවන් තරමට අපි ප්ලේස්ලා සෙල්ලම් කරා කියලා ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒ දෙයක් කරලා දුන්නා ඒ වගේත් මමත් මේ හැමතිස්සෙම ට්‍රේනින් වල මේගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ ඕගොල්ලෝ සුපර් ඕගොල්ලෝ හොඳට සෙල්ලම් කරන්න පුළුවන් සක්සස් කරන්න ෆිනිසිං මූව්මන්ට් එකේ වුණත් කිසිම ටීම් එකක් මොකද මම ඇනලයිස් කරලා බැලුවොත් අපි තමයි ගොඩාක් ඕන සරන් තියෙනවා මේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එක ඔයගොල්ලෝ බැලුවොත් ගොඩාක් ඕන ඒ මොකද ඇටැකින් ගිහිල්ලා සෙල්ලම් කළා ඒ නිසා අපිට ඒ ටිකක් වාසියක් ආවොත් අපිට ඉස්සරහට යන්න පුළුවන් මතේට අපි පොඩ්ඩක් ප්‍රිපෙයාර් කරලා ඒගොල්ලන්ට දෙයක් කියලා දුන්නා ඒක සාර්ථක කරගත්ත ඇත්තටම සියලුම ප්ලේස්ලාට ස්පෙෂල් කැප්ටන් and ෆොරින් ප්ලේයර්ස් මේ වීමා සියලුම ප්ලේස්ලාට තෑන්ක්ස් කියනවා මොකද ඒ සෙටප් එකේ ප්ලෑන් එක යම්සි දෙයක් හරියට කරගත්තා. ඒ නිසා තමයි හරි සතුටුයි. thank you.
ඒ වගේම තමයි දැන් එක ෆොරින් ප්ලේයර් කෙනෙකුත් බෙන්ච් එකේ තියලා තමයි ඔයගොල්ලන් ප්ලේ කරන්න එන්නේ. ඉතින් සෙටප් එකේ නිදර්ශන් ඩිෆෙන්ඩර් ඉඳලා සෙන්ටර් බෑක් ඉඳලා මිඩ්ෆීල්ඩ් එකටත් ගේනවා. ඒ වගේ චේන්ජස් කරා ඉස්සෙල්ලා මැච් එකේ පෙලිකන්ස් එක්ක දැන් මේ මැච් එකේ තේ විදිහටම තමයි. ඒක සක්සස් වෙලා තියනවාද? ඔව් මේ රිසල්ට් එකෙන් පේනවා. නමුත් මොනවද ඉදිරියට තව මොනවද ඉම්ප්‍රූව් වෙන්න තියෙන්නේ?
නෑ මේ කියන්නත් පුළුවන් මේ මොකද මේ ෆුට්බෝල් නේ මොන කට්ටිය එදාට සෙල්ලම් කරපු එක දිනන්න තමයි තියෙන ෆුට්බෝල් එක. දැන් අපි ඇත්තට මම එනර්ජි එක සර්ව් කරලා සෙල්ලම් කරලා තමයි ෆොරින් ප්ලේයර් තියාගත්තේ. එයාට ඒ වගේ අවස්ථාවක් දෙකක් ආවා මිස් කරගත්තා. නමුත් එයාගෙන් අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන ඉෂ්ට වුණා. ඒ වගේ අපේ ප්ලේස්ලත් මම මාරු කරගන්න ගියනේ මොකද මේක බිල්ඩ් අප් එක හොඳට තිබුණ නිසා මම අපි දැන් ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරද්දි මේ බිල්ඩ් අප් එක හොඳට තිබුණා. ඒ නිසා වන් චේන්ජ් එක දෙන්න නමුත් අර ඉන්ජරි නිසා තමයි නැත්තම් මාරු කරන්න සම්පූර්ණ මේ දාලා තමයි ඔලොට් එක ගහමු කියලා. බැරි වුණොත් විතරයි අනිත් සබ්ස්ටිටියුෂන් කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. ඒක අපි දාගත්තු ප්ලෑන් එකට හැටියට පොඩ්ඩක් සාර්ථකත්වයක් අපිට මට නම් දෙන්නවා.
ඒ වගේම තමයි අපිත් සමග එකතු වෙනවා අද තරංගයේ වීරයා සෙන්ට් මේරිස් කණ්ඩායමේ ප්‍රේම් කුමාර් අද මැචස් කීපයකට පස්සේ තමයි ඔයාගේ ෆස්ට් ස්ටාර්ට් එක එන්නේ. ඉතා හොඳ ගෝලයක් ලබා ගන්නවා ටෙක්නික් එකත් එක්ක ඒ වගේ ෆිනිෂ් එකක් බොහොම අමාරුයි. ඉතින් අද ඔයාගේ පර්ෆෝමන්ස් එක ගැන මොකද හිතන්නේ?
கேட்குறாங்கன்னு சொன்னால் எங்களோட இந்த மேட்ச் நீண்ட நாளைக்கு பிறகு பெஞ்சில் இருந்து கொண்டு இல்லாடி ஃபஸ்ட் லெவனில் விளையாடுற சந்தர்ப்பம் குறைவாக இருந்தும் இந்த ஃபஸ்ட் மேட்சுக்குள்ள வந்து இன்றைக்கு நாளில் வந்து நல்ல ஃபினிஷிங் ஒரு வெற்றிகரமான ஒரு ஃபினிஷிங்கை செஞ்சுருக்கிறீங்க. ஆகவே இது சம்மந்தமாக நீங்கள் என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புகிறீங்க?
தேங்க்யூ. உண்மையில் நாங்கள் நல்ல எங்களோட சென்ட் மேரிஸ் பிளேயர்ஸ் வந்து நல்லா ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணினோம். அதோட எங்களுக்கு பெஸ்ட் கோச் கிடைச்சிது. இனியிலேண்ட கன பிரச்சனையின் மத்தியில் எங்களுடன் உண்டு ஜஸ்மின் சார் பிளேயர்ஸ் பொறின் பிளேயர்ஸ் எல்லாரும் ஒத்துழைப்போடையால் நாங்கள் இவ்வளோ தூரம் வெற்றி அடைகிறதுக்கு எங்களுக்கு ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கிடைச்சிருக்குது. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மேட்ச் முக்கியம் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணினா வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மேட்ச் எப்படியாவது வின் பண்ணணுமென்ற நோக்கத்தோடையாக ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணினாங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மேட்ச் வின் பண்ணினா எங்களுக்கு இனி வார மேட்சுகள் வந்து நீட்டாக விளையாடலாம் வந்து
එතනම සතුටු වෙනවා මොකද අපි මාන්සි වුණා ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරා දිගටම අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන අපේ ක්‍රීඩකයන් හා මේ අපිට දක්ෂ පුහුණුකරෙක් ඉන්නවා ඒ වගේ දක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ෆොරින් ප්ලේස්ලා එක්කම ඉන්නවා. අපි සෑහෙන දුරට මාන්සි වුණා මේ පළවෙනි තරඟය ජයග්‍රහණය කරම සඳහා. ඒ නිසා ඒක සාර්ථකත්වයට ලැබෙන හැමතිස්සම කියන්නේ ෆස්ට් මැච් එක දිනන්න ඕන මතේ. ඒ නිසා මාන්සි වුණා මමත් මාන්සි වුණා ටීම් එකට සහායක දුන්නා ඒ දෙයක් ලබා ගත්තා කියලා කියනවා.
Boom, Mr. Coach, all the best for the next few matches.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Elated man. The two men who really had a deep conversation there. Can be really proud with how things did span out for them. Brilliant game of rugby, football rather, from St. Mary's Sports Club. And M. Prem Kumar and Ratnam Jusmin can be two policemen this evening.
සෙරෙන්ඩිබ් කණ්ඩායමේ ප්‍රධාන පුහුණුකරු මොහමඩ් මුර්ෂිඩ් අපත් සමග එකතු වෙනවා. මුර්ෂිඩ් හිතපු රිසල්ට් එක නෙවෙයි සුපර් 8 වටේ පළවෙනි තරඟයේදී ලැබෙන්නේ සෙරෙන්ඩිබ් කණ්ඩායමට. group stage එකේ second place finish team එකක් අනිත් group එකේ fourth place finish team එකක් එක තමයි අද performance එක ගැන මොකද හිතන්නේ?
අතවශ්‍යයෙන්ම මගේ ටීම් එක performance මදි අද සෙල්ලම් කරා. බෝලේ තියාගන්න සෙල්ලම් කරන්න කිව්වාම බෝලේ තියාගන්න සෙල්ලම් කරන්නේ මොන හේතුවක්ද දන්නේ නැහැ. ඇත්තටම බෝල් පොසිෂන් මදි. බෝල් පොසිෂන් සෙල්ලම් කරාම තමයි අපිට ගොඩාක් chances හම්බෙන්නේ. ගොඩාක් දුරට ෆිට්නස් නැති වගේ තමයි සෙල්ලම් කරේ අද.
ඒ වගේ තමයි සෙරෙන්ඩිබ් කණ්ඩායමේ පළවෙනි තරඟ දෙක තුන ඇරුණාම ඊට පස්සේ up and down performance එකක් වගේ තමයි දැක්කේ. ක්‍රිස්ටල් පැලස් කණ්ඩායමත් සමග ජයග්‍රහණය කරා. නමුත් ඔබත් කිව්වා performance එක ගැන සෑයමකටපත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ ආපහු හොඳ performance එකක් තිබ්බා. ඊට පස්සේ ආපහු අන්තිම තරඟයේදී සෝන්ඩර්ස් කණ්ඩායමත් එක්ක 2-0 lead කරන් ඉඳලා 3-all draw එකක් ලබනවා. ඉතින් මොකක්ද ඒකට හේතුව?
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම කියනවා නම් අපේ හේතුව තමයි ගොඩාක් දුරට අපේ ටීම් එක සෙල්ලම් කරන්නේ 5 against 5 වගේ තමයි සෙල්ලම් කරන්නේ. ගොඩාක් ප්ලේයර්ලා අපේ ටීම් එකට ඉන්වෝල්ව් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් අද තරඟයට අපිට දෙන්නෙක් නැහැ, තුන් දෙනෙක් ගිහිල්ලා තිබ්බා ඕල් අයිලන්ඩ් ටෝර්නමන්ට් එකට. ඉතින් අද චේන්ජස් උත් ඒකයි කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේ තත්ත්වයක තමයි අපි හිටියේ. නමුත් අපේ ටීම් එක එකමුත්තාවෙන් ගොඩාක් එකට සෙල්ලම් කරා නම් ගොඩාක් දේවල් අපිට කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඊළඟ ටෝර්නමන්ට් ඊළඟ මැච් එකට අපි ඇත්තටම මේ ගොඩාක් මීට වඩා ට්‍රේනින් කරන්න ඕනේ. අඩුපාඩු හදා ගන්න ඕනේ. ඔක්කොමල්ලා ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකේ ඇවිත් තමයි සෙල්ලම් කරේ. මම නම් දන්නේ මොනවද හේතුව කියලා. හොඳට ට්‍රේනින් කරා. නමුත් මේ ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකේදී නිකන් අලසකමෙන් වගේ සෙල්ලම් කරේ අද.
බොහොම ඉතින් මුර්ෂිඩ් ඉදිරි තරඟවලට සුබවතනවා.
thank you thank you.
And that's how things have gone in this week 1 of the Super 8 round of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League. A massive win last night for Saunders Sports Club over Sri Lanka Police, and a solitary draw between Pelicans and Javalade. But the big news from this week 1 of the Super 8 round is St. Mary's getting the better of Serendib Sports Club and beating them 2-1, as we have one more game left on our cards. And in the night, under the lights here at Racecourse, it's New Star Sports Club taking on Solid Sports Club to wrap up week 1 of this Super 8 round of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League. Till then, it's goodbye from all of us here at the Racecourse.